Greetings, salutations, thank you panel. This is the point of the cast that we make sure that Syndaren's microphone and other things that he needs to make sure that work beforehand work now. Syndaren, are you okay? Are you? Thank you, Syndaren. You've been very bad for the majority of your career. I didn't want to say anything to you, but now that you brought it up, you know. Looking at these two... Okay, that could be perceived many different ways, and we won't go there, Syndaren, but thank you for making this a non-PG stream already. Alliance versus Team Nigma, Syndaren. Which lineup for this specific game do you like more?
"30 seconds to battle." The battle begins.
You'd be a great politician, and I wouldn't, because I would have said just one team or the other, and that would have been the end of my thought. So, congratulations, Syndaren. You're terrific. One thing I do want to mention, though, is FNG is playing the Snapfire. So, position 5, I highly doubt we see an Ags, although it's been extremely common on the hero. The panel kind of brought that up before, whether it's in more of the core or more prominent, the position 4 that ends up getting a lot of form with the Agnum Scepter. Do you think that that is going to be... Yes, that's what I was going to get to. I think it's actually a broken Ags that will be nerfed in the next patch. But you pick it without that in mind. Like, do you think that's a detriment to them, or...? Ooh, yeah. Yes. Of course, it is early on. I mean, is there a point in this lane that it starts to go in the favor of Alliance, you think? Or will it continue to...
You're welcome!
Yep, dive comes in as well, so Nico Baby and FNG taking extra damage on top of this. I mean, looking at the CS, if you look at Miracle, 11-1 in terms of CS, and Nico Baby 7-1. Still, obviously, quite early, as First Blood middle lane, Weehaw actually pops the salve and lives through it very nicely. This is a player that has been getting a lot of hate recently, Syndaren. As we'll get to that in just a moment. Looks like Hanskin takes a tumble in the bot lane. Yeah. Of course, we should mention that Obviously, Kuroki is back. We mentioned this as well earlier, but it is going to take a little bit of an adjustment, even if it's been, you know, it's not like he's been completely AFK. He's obviously been talking with the team and whatnot, but they haven't been playing with him as much, obviously, over this stretch that he's been injured. So that'll give Weehaw the confidence he needs. I am a huge Weehaw believer. I was talking about it earlier, Cinder, and he's getting a lot of hate because of a certain Storm Spirit game he was playing. But if he gets off to a good start,
fortified.
Well, he may have died a few times. Well, you are the 1 in 19 Pudge, if I remember correctly. Did you? Well, you're position 5. It's a little bit different, I think. It's Weehaw's going to get cookied here on the bottom rune area. Yep, in terms of CS, the mid lane isn't that big of an advantage. Although, actually, this is a full wave, so yeah, it's going to go more in favor of Weehaw. But obviously, the first blood being huge. Yeah, true. Miracle and Kuroki chasing off Handskin as we do approach the 5-minute bounty rune. Looks like Nigma is going to get 3 out of 4. Indeed. What do you think of AM in this specific game? Yep, LSA connects. Wave to follow, but bottom lane we did, or top lane I should say, Snapfire does drop by the tower, surprisingly enough. Nico Baby attempting to run away. LSA does not connect though. Looks like Nico will live through the day. Well, Limp finally gets a rune for himself. Unfortunately, it is just illusions. Not the... Yeah, he doesn't have bottle. Will he be going bottle still? Yeah, I guess he still has it queued up. Yeah, saving for whatever reason right now. Bot lane, Weehaw does TP down there. We're going to see the first lasso of the game will result in a kill onto S4. Although Miracle's taking heavy damage as a result, but will live through the day. So Weehaw continuing his dominance, and this will provide GH with some much needed levels, and Limp with some much needed levels as well. Oh, mind control though. Hold that thought, Cinderan. We're going to see the ensnare here into the shotgun. Mind control looks to be dead. LSA does connect, but the cookie to follow. It's going to be an easy kill, which Limp desperately needed to help get back on track here in this game. And
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
perhaps if they end up winning this, we can ask them that very specific question, Cinderin. I know you're going to be just waiting for that with bated breath.
Middle tower is under attack.
Yes. We've established that many a time. Weeha's still in this bot lane. He has Boots of Travel now. Took out a fairly large stack for this time of the game. So Boots of Travel at pre-8 minutes. Pretty freaking good. And this is one of those heroes that can really snowball. Now the question is, what does he go after this? Do you still go drums on this hero? I've been seeing a lot of players kind of opt for not going Blink for the first like couple items. As GH is going to steal the rune. in this top river. But what item would you prefer for Weeha's second?
Welcome.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Well, he did get the arcane ring.
I don't think so.
Now I'm gonna ask you a really tough question. Something that has changed so much in the last 10 years we've been watching Dota 2. What item build is Anti-Mage going for, Cinderin? God, I can't even begin to predict what type of item that hero goes for. Is Weeha top lane? Lasso is available, not able to find the range there. We'll continue on under the tower. He's gonna get Snapfire cookied, and Weeha! Oh dear. That is not what you want to see from your mid laner. Very important. Thank you for the details, as we talked about. Useless details, but details nonetheless. GH. Oh. They forced out the egg, but you know, Weeha is already alive. Man, that was a really good bait. Very, very good bait from
Dire's
GH.
middle tower is under attack.
Okay.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I mean, in theory, they could have lived on Lifestealer as well as do that, right? As S4 Arena onto Kuroki. TP support is coming. Solar is going to keep him healthy. Tombstone is down. Here comes Weeha, though. Doing a lot of fire damage here, but they will lose one. Likely will be the trade, if not more. Nico Baby now. He did infest for a little bit, but Laguna Blade is there, and this looks to be another kill going the way of Team Nigma. Limp. Oh, that's a good ult from Snapfire. Mind Control looks to be dead. So it ends up being a 2 for 2 as Weeha now in the trees. Looks like Firefly's still on cooldown for a little bit, but the Tombstone, very, very annoying to deal with, and that will likely break things up here. Alliance kind of lucky to end up getting a couple kills there. Oh, they're diving. Oh, they think better of it. Double damage still applied to Limp. Searing Chains connects into the cookie. FNG puts himself in a little bit of a precarious spot, but attempting to run away now as the Sunray is just beating upon him with the sticky napalm. That's going to be a very easy kill for Team Nigma. And Weeha with the lasso. Limp doesn't... Yeah, he does have a remnant up now as the egg is in pretty good position to stun him out. And this looks to be yet another one going the way of the Radiant squad. And all the while, Cinder and Miracle is top lane farming towards the very rare pickup of Battle Fury on Anti-Mage, where he is well on his way to finishing that.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Weeha TPing in. That was definitely a miscommunication. Discord stopped working for them. Something happened. A little bit of breakdown of communication.
under
As
attack.
Mind Control, he's in kind of a bad spot as well. He's going to get Searing Chains. Laguna Blade does come out in the hand skin, but he's going to stay alive under the cover of the Tombstone Nigma, trying to work their way to get more kills here. LSA does connect onto S4, and he will be surrounded and actually mana voided by Miracle.
God Killer has a nice ring to it.
So a 2-for-1. They lose Weehaw. I mean, Weehaw, I'm not saying this is definitely the case this game, that they want this to be happening, but historically speaking, for a mid laner, he has kind of been like that sacrificial lamb, like on a lot of the teams, including DC back in the day. Speaking of, oh, he gets the lasso off, but dies. You were praising him, go ahead.
Invisibility. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Right.
Radiant are scanning.
Ooh, Flame Break cancels that cookie. The egg is coming out as well. Eggs and cookies, not the greatest combination, especially when they're on opposite teams, Cinderin. They will find the Snapfire kill. Mind Control, he's going to get arena'd and likely just brought down immediately to the Tombstone, and Soulrip keeping him alive. Mind Control somehow staying alive through all of this, and here comes the dive as well. Nico Baby infests, no, actually ends up dropping the Lifestealer, so a 2-for-1 in favor of Nigma. They will continue the pressure. Limp, no more remnants to speak of. Soulrip just destroys him. S4 now, in the meantime, trying to go up the cliff, but somehow, someway, Weehaw has stayed alive throughout all of this. Double kill for him, a 4-for-1. Although I believe FNG died in that fight too, didn't he? Did he actually just respawn? He might die again. He's gonna get slowed.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified. Dire's middle tower
Yeah, that is
has
odd.
fallen.
Oh, trying to initiate. LSA is there. Oh, lasso not in time, but it's not really going to matter. They have the damage. Now Miracle is just jumping in with that Battle Fury Yasha, fearing absolutely nothing. The arena is here, along with the Mortimer's Kisses. That should be enough to take out Mind Control, despite the tanky nature. 2-for-1 to start things out. Weehaw really wants to go back in. Is going for the BKB, as you suggested, Cinderin. So good job. You got one of the details correct. But it's really interesting because without like this instant initiation, they're really, it's kind of like slow initiating all these fights, right? Weehaw just kind of walks in, he waddles in. I mean, he is relatively fast, and the Flame Break has been pretty on point for him this game, despite his, I mean, the only mistakes, quote unquote, that he's made is just being out of position a couple times solo, which, as I say that, he's not solo technically, because Kuroki is here for moral support if nothing else. Soulrip gonna keep him alive a little bit longer. Weehaw, looks like the cookie will be there as well, but Kuroki TP's out. You kidding me? Good lord. Sunray keeping Weehaw alive now. Is this a bait that Mind Control and company wanted here? He has mech up in 1 second, but dies shortly before that was available. Now the focus is onto the egg. FNG is getting bursted down as a result, and Nico Baby mana voided now, limp on the run. Doesn't have any more remnants, but Miracle, no Mana Void to work with. Weehaw, of course, as we talked about, doesn't really have a Blink Dagger anyway to close the gap there. So in the end, it's a 2 for 3. It feels like Lifestealer is dying in literally every single fight. He is 4 and 4 right now.
That was hot.
Okay. Yes, thank you. Weehaw has lassoed somebody, Cinder. It's gonna have to. You're gonna have to hold that thought. He has no remnants again. Ay ay ay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire are scanning. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower
They just
is
can't
under
kill
attack.
Kuroki, man. This guy is Jesus. Yep. Well known. Uh-huh. That's what she said.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Yeah, this
Radiant's
cosmetic is
bottom tower
really
is
weird.
under attack. Radiant
This is like the
structures are
waddling
fortified.
version of wing movement. I agree. It is odd. And everyone knows how much you hate kids, Cinderin. It's been well established. It starts with Invoker, and now it's just bled into every single cosmetic that you dislike. You somehow always, for anything you dislike, end up comparing it to a child. Not sure what your problem is.
Dire's top tower is
But the
under
tier 2
attack.
tower looks to be dead. And Miracle has the Manta Battle Fury. Actually, it's holding the Essence Ring instead of the Ring of Aquila. That's kind of interesting. Finishing Basher here very shortly as well. Well, Arena. Can they kill Mind Control? Sorab keeps them alive, but finally they do take him out with FNG. Kuroki now completely surrounded, but there's a cookie onto Miracle. This could be a pretty good fight for them. There's a buyback onto the Lina. And it looks like the first to die is actually the Ember Spirit, as I'm dying on my own water here, Cinder, and S4 ticking away. So despite the good initiation onto Lina, it was just a Lina at the end of the day. A position 4. Bat Rider. Weehaw.
Your song has fallen to the Radiant.
Yep.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Regeneration.
And I am fine with Holy Locket being a very niche or niche item, depending on what way you want to pronounce it, Cinderin. It's okay. Some items should not be purchased by every single hero in the game, like Battle Fury on Anti-Mage. So,
Dire's structures
Tier
are
1 tower fortified. It looks like Alliance wants to defend potentially, as Miracle is actually going to be very aggressive here. He's going to find an arena, but there's the heal, the Soul Rip, keeping him alive again. BKB being shown off now by Weehaw. Lasso is keeping Nico Baby in place. Does he have Infest? He does. Into S4 he goes.
Dire's bottom
Still, no one has died in this fight. Is the Egg? Nice positioning onto the high ground here. Not able to catch anybody off though. As Miracle jumps in again very aggressively. Really relying on Kuroki to get these Soul Rips off, but might have bitten off too much to chew. Aegis is still intact, of course, it doesn't really matter. Mars dies, buys back into the game. Kuroki trying to heal himself now, finally will be brought down, and that is just a position 5 Undying that takes so long to be taken out. Miracle still with that Aegis intact, and Limp, mana voided to death. Nico Baby, kind of isolated here. It does have S4 in the vicinity, but as you can tell by the positioning of Team Nigma, they want to go in for more. S4 completely drained of mana. Weehaw getting healed up thanks to GH, and it looks like they'll find another kill in the form of the Lifestealer, and Hansen looks to be next, and this is just getting completely out of control. The heals from both Undying and Phoenix, and since Lena ended up getting the Greaves, her as well, pretty ridiculous how much sustainability they have.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant are scanning.
Where'd you go?
But on the other side of the map, there is a smoke gank just for your Phoenix. So an Ember for a Phoenix, even being down 19k, probably not what you want to see. Weehaw, nice flame break to start things off. Undying's Tombstone continues to stay alive despite the little Shredder being used. Weehaw with that double kill. Triple kill, in fact, as Nico Baby now on the run. This will likely be very close to a GG. And Miracle still with Aegis. I mean, I guess that shouldn't be too big of a surprise considering it is so difficult to kill anybody, including the position 5s. And there's the GGs. Alliance just outclassed this game.